Today in this audio class we are going to discuss the another chapter or lesson from your syllabus called Banjarumale. Most of the cities in Karnataka and perhaps in India quite often faces two problems. As we know that most of the cities in Karnataka and India, they are facing two problems, that is shortage of drinking water and erratic power supply. These are the two major problems. They face either the shortage of water or the erratic power supply. Their plight, their condition is miserable, especially in the peak summer. When the summer is in its peak, they face these two problems. However, Banjarumale, a tiny means small village within Neria Gram Panchayat limits. It is in Neria Gram Panchayat limits in Beltangadi Taluk of Dakshina Kannada district. Banjarumale is a tiny village in Neria Gram Panchayat limits in Beltangadi Taluk of Dakshina Kannada district is an exception. Located about 90 kilometers from Mangalore, and it is 90 kilometers away from Mangalore. This tribal hamlet means small village, never faces the shortage of water or power supply. There is no shortage of water or power in this village thanks to the perennial source of water. The water is continuous. The water, a mountain stream is passes through the village, which is the home to 125 families, and it is the home to 125 families. Yeah, this is the board, the entrance of Banjarumale. Now you can see Malekudiyas, who are the inhabitants of this village. A long way home. Despite the abundance means plenty. Despite of plentiful of water, the 25 families of Malekudiyas have a heavy cross to bear, and these people of Banjarumale had to face many problems. Their region is one of the very few places in the district, and the region inhabited by these Malekudiyas, which is still not easily accessible, and it is inaccessible, almost cut off from the world, and it seems as if it cut off from the world. The nearest PT shop is 20 kilometers away. The small shop is 20 kilometers away, and the nearest school is 25 kilometers away. If you want to go to a village, then the people of Banjarumale had to travel 25 kilometers. If they want to go for a small shop, then they have to walk almost 20 kilometers each day. Okay, this is the ashram school. This is primary health center. However, there is a residential school, the ashram school in Neria. The ashram school is in Neria. I have showed in a picture. This is okay, and where the local children study. The local children of Banjarumale study in ashram school. The nearest primary health center is 25 kilometers away. One has to travel 25 kilometers in order to reach the primary health center. The last time a doctor visited the center was a year ago, and the doctor who visited this place had visited it 1 year back. The only road to the village is through Charmadi Ghat. If you want to reach the Banjarumale, then you have to reach it through Charmadi Ghat. One can take a diversion at the ninth curve of the Ghat. One has to take the entrance at the ninth curve of Ghat and travel 9 kilometers into the dense forest. Then you have to walk 9 kilometers in a dense forest. One can avail jeeps by paying anywhere between 1500 and 2000 to travel the 9 kilometers, which is the journey of more than an hour. If you want to travel 9 kilometers, you have to avail a jeep that may cost you 1500 or 2000, and the journey may take 1 hour. Okay, this is the Charmudi Ghat. If you take the ninth curve, then and walk into the deep dense forest for 9 kilometers, you will reach Banjarumale. And here is the jeep. If you want to go by an vehicle, you can avail jeep by paying 1500 or 2000 rupees. The crystal clear water that flows around the air is a boon. The water that flows through the Banjarumale is a great boon for them. Realizing its potentiality, the tribals, with the help of the district administration, Sri Kshetra Dharmasthala Rural Development Project, they took the help of Sri Kshetra Dharmasthala Rural Development Project and the Technological Information Design Endeavor, set up 8 kilowatt micro hydel power project in 2002. In 2002, they set up a hydel power project of producing the 8 kilowatts. Okay, this is the picture of Sri Kshetra rural development. Some solace. Recalling the initial struggle, then the president of Banjaru Male Micro Hydel Power Project Implementation Committee. They made a Micro Hydel Power Project Implementation Committee under the under the leadership of A.B. Annappa. Says the villagers themselves constructed 650 meters channel from the stream to the power station. They constructed a canal around 650 meters and undertook other civil works. Each house contributed around 7,500 and each family has contributed 7,500 while the government extended 6 lakh. The government has given them 6 lakh grant. Then SKRDP gave them 2 lakh. He adds that each family pays 100 per month as the maintenance cost for power supply and each family has to pay 100 rupees for the maintenance cost of micro hydel power station. And a villager has been appointed to manage the station and a villager has been appointed on a regular basis to look after the micro hydel power station. This is the picture of power grid. Here you can see how the power has been supplied to the Bancharumale village. Prakash, a villager who has been assigned with the task. Prakash, a villager, looks after this micro hydel power station. He switches on the turbine on at 6 p.m. He switches on the turbine at around 6 p.m. every day and switches it off at 8 a.m. He switches it on at 6 p.m. and switches it off at 8 a.m. The next day he says the capacity of the unit has now come down to 3 to 4 kilowatts. Now the power production is around 3 to 4 kilowatts. There are a couple of the houses which do not get power supply. Since it is a remote area, it is impossible to connect the entire village and continue to depend on kerosene lamps. They continue to depend on kerosene lamps. Okay, this is the power grid and the work of Prakash is to switch it on around 6 p.m. and switch it off at 8 a.m. Gram Panchayati member Krishnappa says that villagers use the power supply only at the night and the villagers now using the power only at night as they fear the youth and children may waste time watching television. They fear that the youth and children may waste their time watching television. So if there was a power during a day, that's why the power is given only during night but not during day because they fear that the youth and children may squander their time in watching television. A couple of houses have television sets. Some houses have television sets while two houses have wireless in local loop telephone connection. Only two houses have got a telephone connection. A few youth have mobile phones. Youths have got a mobile phone but they have to climb a hill to get network and only if they are lucky. Nowadays youths are using mobile phones but the tower is not there. They have to climb a nearby hill to get the network if they are lucky. Okay, this is the mobile but there is no network at Banjarmale. Interestingly, about 8 to 10 villagers have set up their own micro hydel units of 1 kilowatt capacity and use it during the day. Okay, 8 to 10 villagers have now built their own micro hydel stations with 1 kilowatt capacity. Annappa, one of the villages with such a unit, says that he uses it to turn on the lights, telephones and TV set. Annappa uses the power of 1 kilowatt to switch on the lights and for telephone and for television. Other than this, we are happy as we don't get newspaper. And the other problem faced by the people of Banjarumale is that they didn't get newspaper on time or hence unaware of happening in the world. So they are unaware of the happenings of the world, says villager Lakshman in a later vein. A few youths have left the villages in the search of greener pastures, and few youths of Banjarmale had left their village in search of some green pastures. Okay, this is the newspaper, and Lakshman says that it is impossible to get newspaper at Banjarmale. That's why they are not aware of the happenings of the world. Still, it tough life. The tribals were earlier cultivated paddy. Earlier, they used to cultivate the paddy, but they shifted to areca nut, coconut, rubber, and banana after the wild elephants, boars, buffaloes, monkeys began eating paddy in their plantation for food. Many Malekodias work in nearby estates too. Okay, you can look at that now. The Banjarmale people are cultivating areca nut, coconut, then rubber. Earlier, they used to cultivate paddy cultivation, but the wild buffaloes, monkeys, wild boars, and the elephant have eaten a large portion of the crops. That's why they stopped cultivation of the paddy. A shocking fact is that no deputy commissioner has ever visited this village except for DC SK Das, who made an attempt in 1983. Look at this. No district commissioner has ever visited this place, Banjarmale, except one district commissioner. His name was SK Das, who planned to visit Banjarmale in the year 1983, but returned half as the river water level has risen. He has to go back after the river water has risen. Interestingly, the villagers had constructed a stage to welcome Das. So the villagers all together has constructed a stage. They erected a stage in order to welcome the DC SK Das, and since then it is known as DC Katte. From that day, it is known as DC Katte. The villagers continue to wait for DC to listen to their voice. Now till a day they are waiting for district commissioner to visit this place. Now this is the DC Katte. Now this district commissioner has visited it, but before a decade nobody visited this place. In spite of all odds, in spite of all difficulties, the villagers manage their life well and have only a few basic demands. They have only a few basic demands. They want the existing road to be repaired. Their first demand was to repair the existing road so that the vehicle can reach the village and sick can get help quickly, so that the vehicle can reach their village within time, and sick may get treatment. A bridge has to be constructed across Sonalu River and Lakdarpe stream. They want a bridge across Sonalu River and Lakdarpe stream, and a doctor has to be appointed at primary health center at Neria. Okay, this is the protest made by people of Banjarmale in order to meet their demands. Their demand was to build a bridge between Lakdarpe stream, okay, and they want the existing road to be repaired, and they want a doctor to be appointed at primary health center. The paradox that is Banjarmale becomes clear when, despite of all its shortcomings, in spite of all these problems, the village is a paradise of visitors. This is a very attractive place, and one has to visit. One can visit this place as a tourist spot. They are welcomed by the sweet sounds and magnificent sights of the numerous natural waterfalls. There are many waterfalls there. Then the sounds of insects there and chirping of the birds. And the place has the added advantage of clean air, as there is no vehicular pollution. The air of Banjarmale is very clear because there is no vehicular movements. Okay, here you can see the waterfalls of Banjarmale, and here you can listen to the chirping of the birds, and even you can listen to the insects humming and chirping of the birds. On the other hand, as far as the village are concerned, it is a familiar trudge, but it is a nowadays also the people used to trudge up to the Beltangadi once a week and once month for necessary goods. If they want any goods, they have to walk around 10 kilometers to reach the main road and to take a bus to Beltangadi. The sounds and the sights hardly matter. Okay, now here you can look, the people are trudging in a deep forest. They have to walk around 10 kilometers in order to reach the main road and to catch a bus to Beltangadi. This is the summary of the lesson Banjaru Male.